Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley Nicole and we are back with another video, and not just any video. We're back with a candid couch conversation. Yes, I know we're not on the couch, but the lighting in my bedroom for some reason is so much better today. So this is where we'll have that conversation. And since God apparently wants me to tell y'all all of my business, let's talk about seasonal depression and how to overcome it. Now, clinically, seasonal depression is referred to as seasonal affective disorder, also known as SAD. Very fitting. Seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression that tends to hit people in the fall and winter months, and then tends to get a little bit better in the spring and in the summertime. So usually we start to see our symptoms of seasonal depression end of October, early November. It also tends to coincide with daylight savings time. So even though we gain that extra hour of sleep, losing that hour of sunlight really does start to be like the beginning of the end. Now let's jump into my own personal experiences with seasonal depression. The first time that I can say I ever really experienced SAD was in 2020, Christmas 2020. And I did not actually consider it seasonal depression at the time because I think I may have only been a little low. Like my mood may have only been a little low for a couple of weeks. After I got past whatever hump I was dealing with, I felt better. I did know that something was a little off because I did not put my Christmas tree up until December 24th. Yeah, Christmas Eve. And to know me is to know that I love Christmas time. It's my favorite holiday. It's always been my favorite holiday. I've never gone past December 1st without putting Christmas decorations up, and that includes when I lived at home with my parents. Like, Christmas has always been just like this really magical holiday for me. So for me to have waited until the day before Christmas to put my tree up, I knew something was wrong. But again, I just did not consider that it could possibly be seasonal depression. I did not experience low mood past 2020 until 2024, which is when I experienced my first true bout with seasonal depression. And it scared me so much that after it was over, like after I came out on the other side of those feelings, I made a promise to myself that I would be a little bit more proactive with preparing myself for the season. I am a mental health therapist. I do own my own private practice. I've been doing therapy for about 7 or 8 years. And one thing that I've always done with my clients is around September, we just start talking about, like, you know, what are your plans for the upcoming fall and winter season? How do you plan on being proactive with taking care of yourself? Like, in what ways do you plan on moving your body? And, you know, all these other things. Because most people who are susceptible to seasonal depression also have another mental health diagnosis. And I know for me, I suffer with anxiety anyway, so the fact that I experienced seasonal depression last year was unsurprising. What was surprising is I thought that the reason why my mood was so low was because of the Accutane. Now, for those of you who don't know, I was taking Accutane last year. I think I was on it for like 6 months. And one of the side effects of Accutane is low mood, depression, suicidal ideation. It's interesting because technically Accutane does not cause depression, but I would say that the purge that your skin goes through when you're on that medicine can make you feel depressed and in a lot of pain physically, which can also exacerbate depression. So that is actually what I think I might have been going through. But I think overall my mood and everything was just low because of the time of year. I can remember I lost about 15 pounds because I wasn't eating. I wasn't working out. I had gotten into a really bad car accident in November of 2024 and totaled my car. I had my last 2 wisdom teeth removed and had a post-op infection. So my face was swollen and I was on all these antibiotics and I could not work out. I didn't want to work out. Like I said, I wasn't eating. I wasn't taking care of myself. I did not want to hang out with my friends or my family. It was pretty bad. And the crazy thing about seasonal depression is the symptoms can kind of sneak up on you prior to me feeling bad, I felt normal. I felt very joyful and happy. My best friend and I even went to like at home, and I bought like hundreds of dollars worth of Christmas decor, and I bought a brand new tree, and I was so excited to come home and put everything together. And I woke up one day and I just did not feel like doing it. And again, another marker to me being depressed or knowing that something was wrong was I didn't put my tree up or any of my decorations until maybe a week or so before Christmas. It was definitely a pretty hectic time, and no one knew outside of like my really close friends. No one knew what I was going through, because as a therapist, I have learned to compartmentalize how I'm feeling so that I can show up for other people. So I was still showing up for my clients every day. I was still showing up for my full-time job as a behavioral health specialist. I was still showing up for my friends. If they were inviting me to stuff, I was still going, but I was coming home every day, and I was just so miserable. Like, I cannot even tell y'all, like, even as I think about it, I'm getting a little emotional, but I cannot tell y'all how rough last fall and winter was for me. So to be a little bit more proactive, I did do my own research and how it applies to me. And I definitely realized that losing the hour of sunlight is detrimental, but it's what I do with my time when the sun is out that makes the most difference. So even if the sun sets at 3 p.m., which is super insane, if I make sure to get outside and touch grass and just be one with nature or whatever from the time I wake up until the time it gets dark, I've done something to feed my soul a little bit. And that honestly brings me into the whole point of this video, which is 5 practical ways that I personally beat seasonal depression. Disclaimer, I am a licensed clinical social worker. I do own my own private practice. I am a therapist, but I am not your therapist, okay? These items that I'm about to list are things that work for me and me alone. I do encourage you, if you are someone who is struggling with seasonal depression or any type of mental health disorder, I really encourage you to visit Psychology Today or Therapy for Black Girls or the Loveland Foundation to find a therapist that's perfectly suited for your needs. Not my needs, your needs, okay? Number 1, I try to practice a flexible but consistent routine every day. That includes taking 30 minutes out of my morning to just be myself, not scrolling on social media. I'm not responding to text messages. I'm not doing any work. I'm literally taking 30 minutes to just be me, to open my Bible, to pray, to set my intentions for the day. This allows me to not go into my day feeling anxious. Number 2, movement is medicine. Movement is something that's always been important to me. I do consider myself a certified gym rat. I was a 5 a.m. gym girl, 5 times a week gym girl, but any type of movement will suffice. Whether it's 30 minutes of cardio a day, 15 minutes of stretching in the morning time, asking Alexa to turn on my favorite twerk song and shaking a little something. Some type of intentional movement every day. Number 3, soul care is self-care. As a therapist, as a Black woman, we love to talk about, self-care this and self-care that. But when I talk to my clients, a lot of them really don't know what self-care is. Social media has a really bad habit of attributing self-care with pampering. I don't mean any harm, but there is absolutely nothing relaxing about getting my nails done, getting my toes done. Sometimes there's nothing relaxing about getting my hair done, depending on the style. Those things are necessary as part of grooming. What are you actually doing to pour into your soul? Try to do things that pour back into me. That can look like watching my favorite TV show or reading my favorite book, spending quality time with my ratchet homegirls. I feel so much better after I've spent some quality time with my Shaylas, every last one of them. Number 4, being intentional with what I put into my body. I try to make sure that I am eating 3 times a day minimum, because I'm also a hypoglycemia girly. I try to make sure that I'm drinking enough water. I'm also very intentional with not eating a lot of junk food or eating a lot of fast food. And number 5, intentional time away from social media, she says as she records a YouTube video. Social media is great for so many reasons, but social media can also be very detrimental. So many think pieces, so many opinions, so many bots. It can become very overwhelming. Just seeing so much hatred and so much anger, especially in the current political climate that we are living in as Americans. If you know, you know. It can be very disheartening to get on social media and see some of the things that we're seeing. Taking time every day to not be glued to my phone, to not be glued to breaking news, is very helpful with maintaining my mental health overall, as well as maintaining my mental health during seasonal depression. All right, friends, there you have it. Those are my 5 practical ways that I combat seasonal depression. I really hope that you were able to take something from this video. And hopefully you feel inspired to think of your own list of tried and true coping skills as we navigate this season. But just in case you need extra support, visit any of the websites in the description box and just know you're not alone. We got this, besties. Until next time, peace and blessings.